Anti-faction, kill decisively, Cool+Invincible, Zhou Yuxuan traveled through the fantasy world and became the son of the top imperial Zhou family leader and the holy son of the sect. He had a top-notch power and immense wealth, making him a handsome and wealthy individual. I thought Qi Yun.Who would start with a happy life, but I never imagined that the world I traveled to was a multi-protagonist fantasy novel from my past life. Here, he starts off as a rich second-generation licking dog, and at the beginning, he provokes the protagonist of luck. Fortunately, the villain system is activated, and as long as you change the plot and invest in villain characters, you can receive rewards. Ha! Isn't he supposed to be the villain? Then he needs to be a complete villain. He wants to unite the villains of this world and establish a taboo force to hunt down the protagonist of Qi Yun.Who said the villain cannot survive 3 episodes and is only worthy of being a stepping stone to become the protagonist of fate. In this life, he will defy the heavens and change his fate, stepping on all the protagonists and reaching the pinnacle. Congratulations to the host for successfully investing in villains and obtaining the original Dao weapon. Congratulations to the host for changing the original storyline and obtaining the Unmatched Immortal Eye, which has been passed down through the Emperor's classic years later. As the leader of the anti-heaven gang, Zhou Yuxuan led a group of gang members, holding a soul-attracting flag in his left hand and a soul-summoning banner in his right hand. Watching the protagonists crawl and kneel on the ground, begging for their lives. Zhou Yuxuan spoke with pity, "Damn you, I have a kind heart. Let you be brothers in this soul-summoning banner." Chapter 1. Become a villain through books, and start by becoming the son of the Holy Sect. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. Brain Storage Area Xingyuan Realm. The Eastern Regions, the Great Shang Dynasty, and the Heavenly Yuan Holy Sect. Inside the Holy Uterine Palace. A handsome man with a pale face like paper was sitting on the bed. "Me, is this a time travel? And the world I've traveled to is still in a fantasy novel with multiple protagonists coexisting that I've read before. And I also became the deadliest villain in that book." At the end, Zhou Yuxuan suddenly stood up. Facing the panel in front of me that only I can see, I angrily spoke up, "No. Why do others who have traveled through time become the protagonist, waking up and dominating the world, lying drunk and beautiful, and I want to become the villain who can only survive 3 episodes? Dog system. Send me back the blue star." Ding. This system is bound to the host and cannot be detached. Please do not resist the host in your heart. This system guarantees that you will live a long and happy life in this world. The cold sound of the system echoed in Zhou Yuxuan's mind. "I'm carefree, your uncle. Don't bring such a deceitful person. I was just idle and bored reading a mindless and refreshing article to pass the time." I was infuriated by the dog plot in the book and was about to give a 5-star negative review. But he was hit by a scooter from somewhere and drowned in a small river half a meter deep, and was forcibly dragged into this mystical world. He also became the deadliest and most oppressive villain. This is too much nonsense. Zhou Yuxuan said with a face full of anger. In his memory, this predecessor, is now himself. Not only the holy son of the Tianyuan Holy Sect, who is one of the 4 major sects in the eastern regions, but also the son of the top family leader of the Zhou family, the most powerful imperial dynasty in the eastern regions. I am also exceptionally talented, possessing one of the top 10 divine bodies, the Aoki divine body. I am as abundant as jade, with a majestic demeanor and a typical powerful and handsome figure. However, such a sage with a distinguished background, extraordinary appearance, and a bright future ultimately ended in a tragic fate where his family was destroyed, 10 tribes were destroyed, and he would never be reborn. In the book, his predecessor was a saint who did not pursue women and only focused on cultivation, pursuing the Great Way. But 3 years ago, when the sect opened its apprenticeship ceremony, it fell in love with Ye Yanran, who came to worship the Tianyuan Holy Sect and launched a crazy attack. During these 3 years, he tried every means to please this young lady from a remote imperial family, and generously gave her various natural resources and cultivation resources. However, his enthusiasm only earned the cold face and disgust of this young lady. With the help of various resources from their predecessors, small families in remote areas have leapt to become first-class families, squeezing into the eyes of major forces in the eastern region. For a while, countless forces wanted to make friends with them. However, 3 years ago, seeing that so many resources could not be exchanged for this young lady's affection, she was furious and asked the powerful family member to propose marriage to the Yi family. Unexpectedly, Ye Yanran directly found a servant named Su Chen in the sect to become the son-in-law of the Yi family, and he repeatedly collaborated with Su Chen's servants both inside and outside, shaping his upright image into the image of a despicable villain and a cunning thief. Finally, when he was once again resisting the attack of the demon sect, he launched a surprise attack from behind, causing him a heavy blow. He drew out his soul and lit a soul lamp, placing them in his boudoir to watch them enjoy themselves all day long. In the end, Su Chen became the holy son of the Tianyuan Holy Sect, relying on various relationships and the mastermind behind him to jointly calculate the Zhou family, and his divine soul played a final role, jointly annihilate a super family of the Zhou family, then slaughter the clan, and ultimately play its role. His divine soul will be destroyed, dissipating the world and never entering reincarnation. Watching the final outcome of his body, Zhou Yuxuan became increasingly angry as he thought about it. But now it is impossible to return to one's own world. Alas, forget it, let's settle for it as soon as it comes. I don't believe there is a system that can't compete with you fate protagonists. System, introduce me to your features. Zhou Yuxuan said with a firm expression. Since I can't go back, I can only stay here. Coincidentally, he was just an ordinary person in his past life, but here he is a powerful and handsome man, and it is also a world where one can cultivate. Since those protagonists don't want him to live, then we can only invite those destined protagonists to die. Watching Zhou Yuxuan finally make up his mind to stay. The cold meaning of the system sound is also a bit less, and a bit more humanized. Ding. This system is called the Destiny Villain System, with two main functions. First, changing the plot through the host can earn rewards. Second, investing in villain characters can earn random rewards. As the introduction of the system rang in Zhou Yuxuan's mind, he has some doubts. System, how does this investment villain invest? Investment villain. When the host comes into contact with the villain characters in the original book, it will randomly trigger investment tasks. By specifying investment items, mysterious rewards can be obtained. Listening to a more detailed introduction of the system, Zhou Yuxuan couldn't help but feel a bit puzzled. He thought he could invest freely. If that's the case, with his Zhou family's great achievements and his knowledge of many villainous characters who are not inferior to the protagonist in the original book, he can definitely become stronger in a short period of time. It's just a pity, he needs to trigger it in order to invest. However, Zhou Yuxuan did not have too many regrets. After all, the plot of the original book is also easy to change. System, do I still have a beginner gift package that I haven't opened? Ding. It has been detected that the host has a beginner gift package. Do you want to open it? Yes. Zhou Yuxuan said without hesitation. Ding. Congratulations to the host for obtaining a border-breaking pill. Breaking pill. It has the effect of directly ignoring bottlenecks, breaking through a realm without any side effects, and perfectly consolidating cultivation. Looking at the reward obtained in the novice gift package, Zhou Yuxuan's face lit up with joy. If the system produces, it must be a masterpiece. I have truly experienced it. Zhou Yuxuan sighed and said, speaking, I was about to swallow the breaking realm pill and break through my cultivation. But at this moment, a cold and angry voice came from outside the palace. Zhou Yuxuan, I've told you before, don't bother me anymore. I'm already married. Do you want the whole Holy Sect to know? Are you a despicable person who is greedy for others' wives? Listening to this voice, Zhou Yuxuan's expression, which was originally joyful for obtaining the Breaking Realm pill, instantly cooled down, and a chill flickered in his eyes. Oh! Is this the beginning of the plot? It's really time. Zhou Yuxuan said. After collecting the breaking pill, he had to walk towards the outside of the palace. In the early stages of this book, the realm includes physical body, meridian connection, heavenly element, spiritual sea, purple mansion, mysterious pill, golden body, dharma appearance, immortality, divine king, sage, supreme, imperial realm. The new book sets sail. I hope all the readers can provide more support and try to read as many chapters as possible. If you feel that the style is not suitable and there are some details that are not handled well, you can leave comments for guidance and then change the book. Thank you very much. Chapter 2. Empress Ye Yanran, Return the Belongings of this Holy Son. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Outside the Palace of the Holy Son. A woman with long hair draped over her shoulders, fair skin better than snow, and cold eyes like ice, dressed in a crescent white dress, looked disgusted at the luxurious palace in front of her. This person is Ye Yanran, who is extremely beautiful and talented. She also has a lot of fame in the Tianyuan Holy Sect. Her appearance attracted many disciples of the Holy Sect around her to come and watch. Oh! Isn't this Sister Yi? Why is she so angry? Is it because His Highness the Holy Son provoked her? He. Junior Apprentice, you just came to our Tianyuan Holy Sect. You don't know that His Highness, the Holy Son, is a pursuer of Sister Yi. Sister Ye's current anger is mostly related to His Highness the Holy Son, and it is likely that His Highness the Holy Son has sent gifts to Sister Yi and made her unhappy. What? The gift given by His Highness the Holy Son, how could Senior Sister Yi be unhappy? But she didn't return the gift to His Highness either. He. Junior brother, this is just an interesting story. Although Senior Sister Yi despises His Highness the Holy Son, she can accept this gift without fail. Sigh. There is such a shameless person in this world. Number 39. At this time, there were already 3 circles inside and 3 circles outside the Palace of the Holy Son. And the 2 guards responsible for guarding outside the Palace of the Holy Son watched as so many disciples of the Tianyuan Holy Sect gathered here, waiting to see the jokes of their own Holy Son. A burst of anger rose in my heart, but as soon as it rose, it instantly extinguished. After all, who calls their Holy Son? In these 3 years, it's like a different person, crazily pursuing a woman from a remote place. And no matter how many times the other party refuses, no matter how humiliated the other party is, their Holy Son always sticks up with a hot face. In 3 years, the dignity of their Holy Son had already been polished almost completely by this woman named Ye Yanran. Just as everyone was discussing. Squeak. With a crisp sound coming. The tightly closed gate of the Palace of the Holy Son slowly opened, and a handsome and extraordinary man in a black robe walked out from inside. The 2 guards guarding the palace quickly bowed upon seeing the situation. Young master, you have passed the level. Zhou Yuxuan nodded at the 2 guards, and then his gaze fell on Ye Yanran, who had just shouted loudly. Oh! He looks pretty good, but with this appearance, he can even captivate his predecessor. Even if he puts down his body, he has to kneel and lick. Is that something wrong? Looking at Ye Yanran's really good appearance, Zhou Yuxuan secretly complained in his heart. In the memory of his predecessor, he was the son of the chief of the Zhou family in the great Zhou dynasty, and there were dozens of maids who served him in clothing, food, housing, and transportation. Not to mention many, in terms of appearance, talent, and physique, there are several who can compare with Ye Yanran without losing. He couldn't believe that his predecessor had fallen in love with this Ye Yanran and was so captivated by her. Could it be that he had fallen in love with her identity from a remote place? Humph, dog author. Zhou Yuxuan cursed secretly in his heart and didn't think much about it. However, as Zhou Yuxuan walked out of the palace, he remained silent and his gaze fell on Ye Yanran. This actually caused a misunderstanding among Ye Yanran. The beautiful willow eyebrows furrowed instantly, and a pair of beautiful eyes filled with disgust as they looked at Zhou Yuxuan. Humph, disgusting. Even though they knew I was married to Su Chen, they still focused on me. What a shameless person. Ye Yanran cursed Zhou Yuxuan a few words in her heart. Immediately after, she took a deep breath and experienced a violent fluctuation in front of her. Then look ahead. Senior brother Zhou, I have already married Su Chen. I hope senior brother won't disturb our lives again. It's impossible for us. After Ye Yanran finished speaking, she didn't leave directly, but stood still, seemingly waiting for something. The disciples who were watching around immediately showed a look of anticipation in their eyes. As usual, as long as Ye Yanran showed this decisive side, their holy son would take out countless heavenly and earthly treasures, crying and begging for Ye Yanran's forgiveness. However, this time, the scene they were hoping for did not happen. At this moment, Zhou Yuxuan sneered. He. Alright, since you have an engagement with junior sister Yi, I won't disturb you anymore. It's just that the things I gave to junior sister before should also be returned. Zhou Yuxuan's indifferent voice fell in the ears of everyone. Suddenly, the people present fell into silence, and they all looked at Zhou Yuxuan in disbelief. Their holy son, why isn't today the same as usual? Did their holy son finally wake up? The two guards behind Zhou Yuxuan now had a look of joy in their eyes. Great! The holy son finally woke up and was no longer blinded by this witch. Humph! Now the holy son is finally no longer obsessed with this witch, and the family can finally take action against them. After the two guards were delighted, they looked at Ye Yanran's gaze and suddenly felt a faint killing intent. And the most shocking one was Ye Yanran. She never expected that Zhou Yuxuan would agree to her words today. As usual, whenever she received Zhou Yuxuan's daily gift, she would come over and make a scene, and Zhou Yuxuan wanted to avoid making her angry. I will also take out more natural resources and treasures to give to her, to help her calm down. She also used this method to grow the family of the small town behind her, which she favored, into a first-class family in 3 years, and she herself was born from an unknown external disciple, relying on Zhou Yuxuan's love for her to become a true disciple of the Tianyuan Holy Sect. For a moment, countless forces wanted to befriend it. She repeated her old trick today, mainly because Su Chen, who was from the Yi family, had some problems practicing today. That's why she wanted to take some resources back from Zhou Yuxuan. Unexpectedly, the other party did not fall into the trap. Damn it! Ye Yanran gritted her silver teeth and cursed inwardly. What's wrong? Is it because junior sister doesn't want to repay the things that the holy son has given these days? Or do you still want to follow your usual routine and come to this holy child's place every day to make trouble, take some cultivation resources from here, and go back to your husband for cultivation? Listening to Zhou Yuxuan's words, the disciples who were watching the play around also suddenly woke up and looked at Ye Yanran with disdain. I can't believe that the usually cold Yi fairy is such a villain. I didn't understand before, but now I have figured it out. If you don't like His Highness the Holy Son, just refuse directly. As a result, not only did Yi Xianzi not refuse, but she also gladly accepted the gift. It's really wonderful to come here every day and make a fuss. It's really wonderful. I see. I, the fairy Yi, come from a small family from the last imperial dynasty in the eastern regions. How could she have so many cultivation resources to support her cultivation? It turns out that she came from fraud. If you don't like His Highness the Sun, just refuse. But instead of refusing, you repeatedly use the same method to cheat resources from His Highness the Sun. Damn it. Number 39. Listening to more and more unfavorable discussions around her, Ye Yanran's small face suddenly turned incredibly pale. At the same time, a cold reminder sound came to Zhou Yuxuan's mind. Ding! The host successfully changed the plot, and the female lead Ye Yanran's reputation in the sect has declined. She has received a reward and a chance to improve her physical fitness level. Opportunity to improve physical fitness level. Improve one's physical fitness by 1 level without any side effects. Chapter 3. The male protagonist of Qi Yun becomes the leading bird, suppresses and obtains the ultimate treasure. You are listening at novel full.audio. De co lois ara trong quatrin lay text. Chapter 4. Ye Yanran was forced to make a vow of Dao Xin and obtain a reward for the holy level technique. You are listening at novel full.audio. De co lois ara trong quatrin lay text. Chapter 5. Breakthrough in cultivation, shocking the eastern regions with the appearance of supernatural phenomena. You are listening at novel full.audio. De co lois ara trong quatrin lay text. Chapter 6. Chaos Qingmu Immortal Body, Divine Slaying Flying Sword Technique. You are listening at novel full.audio. De co lois ara trong quatrin lay text. Chapter 7. Tianyuan Patriarch. You are listening at novel full.audio. De co lois ara trong quatrin lay text. Chapter 8. Grandmaster accepts Apprentices, Zhou Yuxuan's exquisite acting. You are listening at novel full.audio. De co lois ara trong quatrin lay text. Chapter 9. Apprentice Tianyuan Ancestor, Su Chen's challenge. You are listening at novel full.audio. De co lois ara trong quatrin lay text. Chapter 10. Ye family twin stars, Ye Longhai, Ye Xingwen. You are listening at novel full.audio. De co lois ara trong quatrin lay text.